In this episode, we say goodbye to some wonderful sailing families. We pick up our friends Dani and Nikki, and we set sail to explore the beautiful Langkawi region together. Dr. Dani teaches us all how to suture, and Brody teaches him how to scurf.
So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come and say by chance, don't you want a man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart.
It's champagne sailing with the elusive crew when we set off to sing a bazaar. And it's one last adventure for the boys before we return to Reback Island and say goodbye to the Poo crew.
Poor Noah. This is a bloody sad day. Bye, Poo crew.
Love you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Reback Island runs a great little ferry service. And Jules and I set off to explore, getting a little lost at times. With Ian and Alan on Alba Ventura, we set off for dinner and darts on the mainland with the elusive crew.
Who's the darts champion?
Working on it.
And the big kids couldn't help themselves with this choo-choo train.
Oh, the kids!
We have sailed with the elusive crew on and off for the past 3 years, leaving Australia to explore the shores of Indonesia, Thailand, and finally Malaysia. They have been our extended family out here, and we have shared many incredible anchorages and memories with them. So it was definitely hard to say goodbye. Thanks for the memories, guys. You'll be sorely missed.
Yeah, that's what 12 months in Indonesia gets you.
And we polished our fuel.
It might be a bit hard to see, but
It's great.
yep, both sides. We got some friends coming today to stay with us, and I just did a couple little pre-engine checks, and I ran them, and because I'd only just done a service, so brand new filters, and the bowls were all clean. I actually take the glass bowls off and clean them all the time, but and I noticed on one side it just went milky straight away, and I had about an inch of water in the bottom of the bowl. And I thought, oh no. So I drained it, did it again, water, drained it, did it again, water. So we opened up the inspection hatches today, and I had a shitload of water in the bottom of the tanks, and this black sludge, you see, what do they call it, the Black Death?
Black plague.
Plague, Black Death, something like that. So I know we've been given bad fuel. I 100% guarantee it. You can't go through Indo without getting bad fuel. But this is why we've got these big systems that we've got. So this is my polisher.
We always polish our fuel in as well,
Yeah.
so it's
Always. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the diesel that came out.
quite shocking.
So that should be clear. It's always got a yellow colour, it should be clear. So that is basically a combination. It's aerated diesel with water. It's just absolute
Poison for our engines.
oh mate, it could have blown up could have destroyed the engine. It
Yeah.
would have ruined the injectors. You can't, because water doesn't compress like fuel.
Mm-hmm.
It would have destroyed the injectors, everything. So what we've got now, we've got a problem. We've basically had to ditch all the fuel. We had just over 400 litres of diesel left that was just a mess. So we've got to now try and get rid of that fuel somehow. And I don't know how we're going to do that.
I think there's a dump, a waste facility.
And we've got to get fuel here. So this harbour, Reback, is the only marina in this entire area that doesn't have a fuel bowser. So we've now got an empty boat, no fuel, and apparently the guy at the store can get us fuel. So we'll see how we go. We'll do it.
We managed to siphon and clean both of our tanks, and Derek at the marina was able to dispose of the contaminated diesel. Our friends Dani and Nikki arrived just in time to help us refuel the boat before we could set sail to explore the Langkawi region. These gorgeous visitors from Australia came up with the goods, bringing some of our favourites from home and some games for the kids. Thanks guys! First stop, Palau Singa Besar. The girls made a splash and then it was time to hit the shore. And we met the resident caretaker of the island while we were playing a game of archery. This dog, aptly named Smiley, was apparently left here during COVID, and although he now calls the island his home, many of the cruisers and locals take care of him. With a little guidance from the boys, turns out Nikki was a natural at archery. It's always fun times with friends on board. Next up, we make our way to the Lake of the Pregnant Maiden. Can you see her?
Jump in. You!
Oh, she's nice and cool.
It's just a bit sketchy.
A freshwater dip was really refreshing, but I'm glad we were up to date with our tetanus shots. And speaking of, Dani knows what Brendan's like, so he thought it was wise to teach us all how to suture. And it's a pretty important skill to have, because we don't always have access to medical assistance.
Yep, you're perfect. You just have to do that again. Squeeze and pull. Great. Now, the last step is you have to just cut with the scissors, just cut the threads with a tail of about a centimetre. Yep. And then the other. And that's all there is.
Beautiful work.
We all had a crack at it and all mastered a basic suture. Brendan already knew, mind you, but it was great to have a refresher, and we took the opportunity to go through our first aid kit. Dani and Nikki took to the sailing life like ducks to water. Next, we visited the Geoforest Park, also known as the Hole in the Wall, and you'll see why. There are many tourist fast boats coming and going through these waters, visiting the floating restaurants and beyond. And that evening, we dinghied around to the floating restaurants to check it out and see what it was all about. Local fishermen sell their catch to these restaurants and they keep it fresh for customers to select their meal.
I want to go for a fish later, can't you?
You can for a fish, isn't it?
You can choose which one.
Which?
Alright.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Brody?
The big one for sure.
That one? Yeah, that looks so good.
This one.
We learnt from this restaurant worker there are 3 species of horseshoe crab, and this particular species is highly prized for its blue blood.
Oh, yeah. But this one we just keep for 2 weeks because before this we get 3 species horseshoe crab, and today we just have 2 more from Langkawi. I'm not about these guys for a while. So I can get 1 more species. This is a mangrove species with a tiny spike. Can you film this? And they have a different tail right here. If you can see the different right here, they have a circle tail. This one they have a triangle tail.
Oh, okay.
Look at it. So these are different species. Yes, different species.
So that
So
one's
it's
from the
rounded.
mangroves.
Yeah. This one, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's more spiky.
We learned that the blood is highly prized and valuable for medical research and also for the use in black magic to make love potions.
And for kids, when they come from another country, about what kind of creature we have in our sea.
Okay. So
Just like our education.
you said the blood,
Yeah.
like if you can get a gallon of it, it's worth how
Yes,
much?
$60,000 in Langkawi.
You heard that right. 1 gallon of blue blood, 60,000 US.
And that is purely for medical research. That's it.
Sometimes they use for black magic in Thailand and in Langkawi.
Black magic.
Yeah. I don't trust that. From the blood, you can make someone loving you so much.
Really?
Yeah, like a
love
spell.
potion.
Wow.
We set out next day past the fish farms to explore more beautiful anchorages.
Right, so cameras here.
Thanks, fish farm.
Yeah. That's why you can smell fish so strong before, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
All that fresh salt air has tuckered out our guests. Another day, another beautiful anchorage. This time we share it with our mate Ian on Alba Ventura, who rafts up to us. Brody takes our guests out surfing in this beautiful anchorage. And Nikki once again shows us how it's done. And what a fabulous spot to spend our last few days with Dani and Nikki. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing. See you next time.